Seattle is building a 53 billion train network. With iconic landmarks like Puget Sound, the Space Needle, and the Mount Rainier, Seattle has captured the hearts of travelers worldwide. In recent years, it has become a magnet for tech giants who have established cutting-edge campuses within the city limits. This surge in the tech industry has transformed Seattle into one of the most sought-after destinations in the United States, attracting an astonishing influx of approximately 1,000 new residents per week. However, as the population grows, Seattle's transportation infrastructure is facing significant congestion challenges. To address this issue head-on, the city has embarked on an ambitious endeavor to expand its rail system. Enter Sound Transit 3, the latest venture that envisions an astounding investment of $54 billion over the next 25 years. This investment will effectively expand the network size by fivefold, transforming the city's transportation landscape. The Sound Transit 3 initiative promises to shape Seattle's growth and development for the next 50 to 100 years and alleviate the strain on transportation that the city currently faces. The recent passage of the bipartisan infrastructure bill has brought a windfall of funding for infrastructure development across the nation. A sum of $1.2 trillion has been allocated, giving American cities a golden opportunity to reimagine their public transit systems. Among the many ambitious projects being planned, Seattle's expansion plan stands out as one of the most audacious in the country. The presence of major corporations like Amazon, Microsoft, and Starbucks, which have chosen Seattle as their headquarters, has significantly contributed to the city's rapid population growth. As Seattle continues to thrive as a technology and innovation hub, it's crucial to invest in robust transportation infrastructure to support its residents and the growing workforce. The expansion of the rail system through Sound Transit 3 is a visionary step that aims to enhance mobility, reduce congestion, and provide sustainable transportation options for Seattle's residents and visitors alike. From 2010 to 2020, Seattle experienced an impressive 21% surge in its population, establishing itself as one of the fastest-growing cities in the country. Looking ahead, projections suggest that an additional 800,000 individuals will join the city's population by 2040. While this growth has undoubtedly bolstered Seattle's economy, it has also presented certain challenges. Prior to the pandemic, the city faced alarming levels of traffic congestion and housing prices skyrocketed alongside the population expansion. These factors have compounded the difficulty of finding construction workers who are not already occupied with building new housing, therefore exacerbating the struggle for these workers to secure affordable living accommodations within the city. The population growth and housing strain in Seattle bring forth both opportunities and challenges. To address this situation, the establishment of Sound Transit in 1993 as a regional transit authority has played a vital role in developing the city's public transportation system. The initial phase, known as Sound Move, received voter approval in 1996. In 2008, voters further showed their support for an expansion called Sound Transit 2, spanning 36 miles over a 15-year period. Then in 2016, an extensive 25-year plan named Sound Transit 3 was approved. This plan garnered significant contributions from major companies such as Microsoft, Expedia, and Amazon, all working towards creating a future in the region that offers fast and efficient transit options. Sound Transit 3 has been designed to encompass the greater Seattle region, introducing an impressive 62 miles of new tracks and adding 37 extra stations. The plan is to gradually open new services over the next few years. Once the project reaches completion, the rail network will expand to 5 times its current size, rivaling systems found in cities such as Chicago and Washington, D.C. While certain sections of the tracks will be suited at ground level, engineers will need to navigate through intricate soils and construct elevated tracks and water crossings. Notably, a light rail line is being installed on a floating and moving bridge, which demands specific adaptations to account for the bridge's movement and protect the steel anchors from water-induced corrosion. In regions prone to earthquakes, elevator trucks must adhere to stricter safety codes to ensure the network's resilience. Meeting the demands of the expanded rail network will require a substantial number of new trains. To accomplish this, Sound Transit has formed a partnership with Siemens, a German manufacturer, with the aim of tripling its light rail fleet by 2024. The funding and financial aspects of public transit projects in the United States can be intricate. Typically, these projects are financed through a combination of federal, state, and local funding, along with revenue generated from local taxes. However, the specific funding mechanisms can vary from city to city. Seattle has faced unique circumstances in the past regarding its transit projects, with some remarkable successes in completing them ahead of schedule and under budget. However, the current situation surrounding Sound Transit 3 presents a distinct set of challenges due to several factors. First and foremost, the rising cost of construction present a significant obstacle. construction expenses have been increasing, potentially impacting the overall project budget. These higher costs may require additional funding sources or adjustments to the project plans. Secondly, there's a shortage of skilled labor in the construction industry. Finding enough skilled workers for the transit project has become increasingly difficult, leading to potential delays and cost escalations. Moreover, the COVID-19 pandemic has had a substantial impact on various sectors, including public transportation. The pandemic has affected local tax revenue, which plays a crucial role in funding transit projects. The decline in tax revenue has strained the overall budget, necessitating a re-evaluation of the project and exploration of alternative funding solutions. Additionally, the escalating land values in the region have made it more expensive to acquire the necessary space for new tracks and stations. This additional cost further intensifies the budgetary pressure, making it challenging to allocate funds effectively. Despite these challenges, the original plan for Sound Transit 3 envisioned a budget of approximately $54 billion, with around half of the funding expected to come from new local taxes. Sound Transit estimated that the average adult would contribute roughly $14 per month towards the project. However, it's essential to recognize the inherent risk of relying solely on a tax revenue, particularly the taxes allocated for funding public transit. This is where Autodesk Build comes in handy. It's a user-friendly and intuitive construction management solution for long-term projects like Sound Transit 3 SC3. Having such a tool is not just a luxury, but a necessity. One of the remarkable features of Autodesk Build is its accessibility from anywhere, allowing teams to collaborate seamlessly. So this newly proposed bill aims to invest a whopping $39 billion in public transit, which is a pretty big deal. It's a historic investment in the sector, no doubt about that, but here's the thing. As significant as this funding may be, it doesn't quite address all the pressing issues faced by our country's transportation infrastructure. The American Society of Civil Engineers has actually identified a rather alarming transit backlog of $176 billion. That's a massive sum, highlighting the enormous investment required to bridge the gap, especially when it comes to constructing public transit systems, particularly rail networks in the United States. It tends to be quite an expensive endeavor. ENO, a research organization, has conducted some studies that shed light on an unfortunate truth. Compared to other countries, the United States pays more and takes longer to complete rail transit projects. That's definitely not a good situation to be in. It clearly calls for some transformative changes to tackle the mounting challenges our transit systems face. Now let's talk about the costs associated with transportation in our nation. They have become increasingly unsustainable, and when you consider the simultaneous economic, environmental, and social equity crisis we're facing, it's clear that urgent attention is needed. But federal funding alone won't cut it. Undoubtedly, it's an important piece of puzzle, but we need a holistic approach. We need to make changes in planning, governance, and standards. We need to focus on long-term public benefit. Only then can we maximize the potential of our transit projects and enhance their efficiency and affordability. Speaking of cities, let's take Seattle as an example. With the presence of Sound Transit, Seattle has a unique opportunity to reimagine its approach to transportation infrastructure development. It can set itself up as a role model for other cities across the nation. In this critical juncture, Seattle's innovative practices and successful implementations of transport initiatives can inspire and guide other cities to revitalize and improve their transit systems. What do you think about this project? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Dawn Luxury, for more updates on mega projects.